So last question 32. We want to form system of equations for work problems, for life applications. Let's see the first one, A. There are 310 tickets sold to a show, and total made this much money, $1,320. And then $5 for adult and $3 for a child. So asking how much, each one, how many of each type was sold. So which means how many tickets sold for adults, how many tickets sold for children. So let's see A many sold for adults, C many sold for children. So we want to form system of equations, which I'm going to write down here. So total tickets, so for adults is A many, for children C many, and total is 310 tickets. And then how much for adult? $5. So total from adult is 5 times A many. Because A many adults. So 5 times A, that's how much money made from adults. For children, each sold for 3, and the C many, so the 3C. And total money is 1,320. So we have made a system of 2 equations. So we want to solve this. We can use elimination method or substitution method. Let's use substitution method. Let's see, we move positive C to the other side, becomes minus C, right? So A equals to 310 minus C. Then we substitute into a second equation. Second equation, we have 5A, so 5 times the equivalence of A is $310 minus 310 minus C. Okay. Then plus 3C equals to 1,320. We'll just solve this equation. So 5 times 310, that's 1,550. Right? Then minus 5 times C, which is 5C. Then plus 3C equals to 1,320. Then, so negative 5C plus 3C, that's negative 2C. So we have 1,550 minus 2C equals to 1,320. Now we want to move negative 2C to the right-hand side, becomes positive 2C. Then move 1,320 to the left-hand side, becomes negative. So 1,550 minus 1,320 equals to positive 2C. 1,550 minus 1,320, what do we get? Let me write over here. So 15 minus 20, that's 30. 500 minus 300, that's 200. So 230, right, equals to 2C. So divided by 2 on both sides, so we get a 165. So C equals to 165. So the tickets sold for children, 165. Then we know A plus equals 310. So A equals to 310 minus 165, which is 155, right? 5 plus 5, 10, 6, 5, no, 145. So that's it. So for adults, the tickets sold 145 tickets. For children, 165 tickets were sold. So that's the first one. Let's see the second one, B. B is saying a chemist will mix a 8% solution with a 24% solution to make 140 ounces of 12% ACE solution. So how many ounces of each solution should be mixed to get desired solution? So let's see. So let's call the first one X money. Let's call the second one Y money. Then the total is 100. So which means let's form a system equation down here. So X money plus Y money equals to 140. The total. Then we have second condition. 8% is 0.08. So this is converting to 0.08 of X times X plus 24% is 0.24. 24% equals to 140, which is total, times 12%. 12% is 0.12. Well, we could just keep percent. Maybe let me keep a percent. So 8% plus 24%. Remember, percent just means divided by 100. Then 12%, 12%, right? 8 divided by 100, that's 8%. 24% is 24 divided by 100. So 12%, 12 divided by 100. So what can we do with this? We want to multiply 100 on both sides. We want to multiply every term, so 3 terms, right, by 100 to get rid of the denominator or to get rid of the percentage sign. So then the second one becomes 8x plus 24y equals to, well, 140 times 12. Let's just write 140 times 12 on there, times 12. Now we see this, we have 8 as a common factor, right? So we divide by 8 again. We divide by 8 for every term. Let me write over here. 8x divided by 8, we just get x, 1x. 24y divided by 8, you get 3y. Then 140 times 12, so 12 divided by 8, 3/2, right? Then 140 divided by 2, 75. So 75 times 3, right? So when we divide by 8 from 140 and 12, we can divide by 4 first, right? 12 is 3 times 4, 8 is 2 times 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 0, so 12 divided by 8 is 3/2. Then 140 divided by 2 that's 70, not 75. Why I wrote 75 here? That's 70. Then we have 3 times 70, which is 210. So we have x plus 3y equals 210. Then x plus y, we use this one also, x plus y equals to 140. So let's write it here together. So we have 100, we have x plus y equals to 140. We can subtract those two equations, right? 3y minus, so x minus x becomes 0. Then 3y minus y becomes 2y. 210 minus 140, that's 70. So divide by 2 on both sides, y equals to 35. If y equals 35, so x equals to 140 minus 35, which is, let me move a little bit. So 40 minus 35, that's 5. So 140 minus 35, this is 105. Equal sign. So the solution for B is, for 8% solution, there are 105 ounces. And for 24% solution, there are 35 ounces. All right, that's for B. Let's see C. See, 3 years ago, Daniela was twice as old as her brother. The sum of their ages is now 45. Okay. So how old are Daniela's and her brother's age? Let's name the variable. So let's call Daniela's age is D. And her brother, let's call B. So the sum of the ages is now 45. So that means B plus D equals to 45. The first one. Then we have another condition. Daniela was twice as old as her brother. So we have second one. D equals to 2B, right? Because twice as old as, that's 2B. So we just use substitution. So this D equivalent to be 2B, substitute this 2B into D. So from the second one, we get 2B plus B, or B plus 2B, B plus 2B equals to 45. Or B plus 2B is 3B. 3B equals to 45. Then we divide both sides by 3. So B equals to 15. If B equals to 15, B plus D equals to 45. So D is 30. And then indeed, 30. Oops. Oh, hold on. This is wrong. Sorry, I made a mistake. Because this is 3 years ago. I forgot to consider the situation of 3 years ago. Because B is the age of the age, not B and D are the ages of them and now. But 3 years ago. So we need to consider the 3 years ago. So 3 years ago, Daniela is D minus 3, right? So D minus 3 equals to twice as much as her brother. What's her brother? Her brother is B minus 3, because it's 3 years ago. So I have those two equations. Now we can substitute D. So D equals to 2B minus 3 equals to, no, still not right. So 3 years ago, Daniela's age is D minus 3, right? And Daniela was twice as old as her brother, because her brother 3 years ago is B minus 3. Okay, this question made has a problem, because I have 2B minus 6. No, this is wrong. This has to be deleted. Let me just delete everything, because it caused confusion. So the first one, we got a B plus D equals to 45. Then the second one is 3 years ago, so it's a D minus 3. 马上就好了。D minus 3 equals to 2 times B minus 3. So working with these two equations. So now D equals to 45. So we can write D as 45 minus B, 45 minus B. And we substitute into the second one. The second one, we have 45 minus B equals to 2 times B minus 3. So we just solve this equation. 45 minus B equals to 2B minus 6. Then we move negative B to the right-hand side. 2B plus B, that's 3B. 3B equals to, then we move negative 6 from the right-hand side to the left, and then we move to the right. So 45 plus 6. So basically we add B, add 6 on both sides. So 45 plus 6, that's 51. Then we divide by 3 on both sides. So B equals to 17, right? Because 3 times 17, that's 51, yes. So then D equals to 45. D equals to 45 minus 17, which is 28. Right? Because 17 plus 28, 8 plus 7, 15. Then carry on 1 plus 2 plus 1, 45. Okay, so Daniela now is 28 years old, and her brother is 17 years old. Then 3 years ago, so 28 minus 3 is 25. And then twice as Daniela as her brother is 17. 17 minus 3, that's 15. So 20, but 2 of 17 minus 3. I think I made a mistake again, did I? Okay, D is 45 minus B, yes. because adding that together age now is 45. Then 3 years ago, yeah, I made a mistake. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we should change B to be 3, not B, because the 40, not 45. This, oh, yes, because D equals to 45 minus B. Yes, because the total age is 45. So D minus 3, 3 years ago, Daniela's age. B minus 3, 3 years ago, her brother's age. So that's right. Then D minus 3. So D minus 3, so I have D. Right, so we just change D to B, 45 minus B. Okay, I know when I made a mistake. I hope you see it too. I forgot to subtract those 3. Do you see that? Subtracting 3. So it should be 45 minus B minus 3 here. All right, so the mistake is coming from here. So forget about the rest. So let's redo over here. So we should have 45 minus B minus 3 equals to 2B minus 6, right? So now we add B on both sides. We add B on both sides, so we get a 3B on the left, on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, we have 45 minus 3, which is 42. 42 plus 6, that's 48. So we divide by 3 on both sides. B equals to 48 divided by 3, that's 16. So her brother's age is 16 instead of 17. Now let's try again. So if her brother is 16, Daniela is 45 minus 16, which is 29. Right, because 16 plus 29, that makes 45. Okay, still not right. Let me see what's going on. Because it's twice as much, so the age should be an even number. You see that? Oh, yeah, 3 years ago. So 29 minus 3 is 26. Indeed, 26. 26. Then her brother's age is 16 minus 3 is 13. Of course, 26 doubles 13. Yes, right. So Daniela's age now is 29. And her brother is 16. Right now, let's see D. So Tony has 16 coins, totaling $3.10. and he has only quarters and dimes. So we know quarters, $0.25. And the dimes, 0.1. So let's just call quarters Q, dimes D. So quarter plus dime, how many in total? 16 of them. Then what's the value of quarter? 0.25 Q plus 0.1 times equals to $3.10. Okay, again, just like question B, we want to get rid of these decimals. So how do we get rid of these decimals? We want to multiply by 100, right? So we enlarge every quantity 100 times bigger. By doing that, we get the new values. So we get 0.25 times 100, that's 25. Get a 25Q plus 0.1 D times 100, that's 10 D. Then 3.10 times 100, that's 310. So by doing so, we don't have to deal with the decimals. And from the first equation, we can write Q or D in terms of the other variable. So we write Q equals to 16 minus D. Now those two equations, we can use the substitution method. Substitute Q, the equivalence, into the first equation. So I have 25 times Q, which is 16 minus D. equals a plus 10D equals to 310. This become a linear equation. I just have to multiply some big numbers. So 25 times 16 minus 25D plus 10D equals to 310. So we have negative 25D plus 10D, that's negative 15D. Let me write here. We still keep 25 times 16. If you want to multiply out, that's actually easy. Because 16 is 4 times 4. 25 times 4 is 100. 100 times 4 is 400. Or otherwise, you can keep it and simplify later. Then negative 25D plus 10D, that's negative 15D equals to 310. Right? Now we want to subtract 310 on both sides. We want to add 15D on both sides. By doing that, we get positive 15D equals to 400 minus 310, that's 90. Then D equals to 90 divided by 15, which is 8. Because 5 times 8, 40, then 1 times 8, no, that's too big. 6, D equals to 6. 15 times 6 is 90. 5 times 6, 30, right? Carry on 3. 1 times 6, 60. So plus 3 is 90. So if D is 6, now we go back to Q plus D equals 16. So Q equals to 16 minus D, which is minus 6, which is 10. So that means Tony has 10 quarters and 6 dimes. All right, last one. Let's see, E. So when an airplane flies into the wind, they can carry 3,000 miles in 6 hours. So this is speed, right? Give us a distance for time. When it flies with the wind, it can travel the same distance in 5 hours. So given the time, find the speed of the airplane in still year. Still year means there's no friction, no wind, okay, no force, and the speed of the wind. All right, let's see how to do this. So it's a speed is a distance divided by time, which is 3,000 divided by 6. Right? So this is with the wind, which is, so 30 divided by 6, that's 5, so we get 500. 500 miles per hour. That's the speed. When it flies with the wind, it can travel the same distance in 5 hours. All right, so gotta make another equation. So 3,000 has same distance. That means it's still 3,000, but it only takes 5 hours. So divided by 5, 30 divided by 5, 6, 6 times 100, 600. So without a 600 miles per hour. So then what is the, so we just subtract those two speeds, right? 600 minus 500, that's 100 for the force, for the wind. So for the wind, just 600 minus 500, which is 100 miles per hour. All right, that's it. All right, so I have finished all the review questions. Hopefully you guys study hard, get ready for exam 1 on Thursday. All right, and I see you then.